bearing protection on. So I'm going to grind this, and then I'll probably end up having to air hammer it a little bit. Step one. So now, got this cleaned off. Got all the holes empty. So now we can use this. So get a little bit square here. There we go. And I'm going to now assemble the new frame rails right here. These right here. Going to put on here. So hang with me and we'll get on that. Okay, so I'm welding in crossbar here, and this is at my 36 and 3/8 dimension. And then I'm going to take the K-frame off and clamp on the cross member right here. And then when I clamp, right here to right there. And then I can check from the cross member's got a hole in it, crosswise to these bolts. So I'm going to take the cross member off so I can see the bolt holes and know the exact center of it. So I've got dimension on our chart here. Dimension on our chart here. And this dimension is 5750 from that bolt hole to the second bolt hole in the transmission transmission crossover. So, excuse me, not transmission crossover, torsion bar crossover. So I go from here to here and from here to here and cross check it. And that should get me square. So, working on getting it. Squaring up this frame, the K-frame to the rails. So I've got the rails now tacked here at the width is 36 and 3/8. And now I am coming up here. I've got these clamped back here, and I've got this center hole right here marked. And then I've got the same distance between the frame and that hole on both sides. That's my starting point. Now I've got to take off this cross member or the K-frame and put a bolt in each of these holes so I can mark center, and then I can cross check the dimension. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, from that bolt on that side over to this hole, I am about 58 even. So then I come over here and I cross-check it. And I am right about 57 and 7/8. So I'm about an 1/8 inch out of square right now. So that means I am going to have to move this way. That's where we're at on that measurement. That's pretty good for first off, just setting it up there by hand and measuring from here to here on both sides and getting them pretty damn close. So I'm just going to take and give a little bit of a thump to it and try to only go over a 1/16 of an inch. It's going to take 2 hands, so you guys are going to have to go. Talk to you soon. Okay, doing a measurement here. I am 57 and 15/16. And from this side, I am bouncing. There we go. And I am the same on that side, 57 and 15/16. So that's as square as I can get it, as far as I can tell. From that hole to there, and that hole to there. Now, if you look, it's 57 and a half. 57 and a half. So I have a half inch right there. So I'm measuring from here to here. So I got a minus a half inch. So if I take the 58 minus half inch, that's 57 and a half. So that's exactly what I'm supposed to have. So, and I've got my 36 and 3/8 welded in up front. So I'm good there. So I think I'm as close as I get. So I am going to, now I think I'm going to take and mark it everywhere it's got to go. Mark it here. And then I got to pull it off. Take it off this side right here and that side right there. Spray my weld-through primer on it. And then I can put some screws in it. Put some screws here. Put some screws here. Then I'll because I'm holding it right here, holding it tight right there. I'll take this off, put a couple screws through there, and I'll do the same thing on this side because I'm clamped here. I'll put a couple screws through there, and then I'm going to come back and put screws in here once I get that done. And then I'll weld that a little more solid and put the put the K-frame back on it, rigid everything up, and then I'm ready to flip it over. So I want Danny to cross-check me, make sure he agrees with what I'm doing, and then we'll call it good. So good morning. Dan and I, there's Dan right there, are over here and we're working on, we slid the frame rails under the car, and then we're starting to put things together and look at what we've got to do. So let's take a look at what it's looking like right now. Yeah, she's looking like a new car. Got front end on her.
Got some work to do to fit everything though.
Yep, we got a lot of work to do. We got measurements, we got all kinds of stuff. I got some bent panels I got to straighten. Got to get the core support done and put on here so they can be supported by the front. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We got measurements to do. We've got, yeah, the list goes on. But it's a good day. It's sitting inside there now, and we can start mocking everything up, get our positions and get everything square and where it's got to go, and then we can mark it and screw it, and then we'll be ready. So, good day. Hello, hello, hello. Doing a walk around. So you notice the front end is now on. Things are mocked up. Just got them clamped together. But we're getting close to the position that it needs to be. Just have to do some minor measuring. I'm gonna put the jack stands under the back so it's good and level. And then I'm gonna put the rollers on. So I want everything where it's gonna be when it's, when it's complete. So, but this looks really good as far as being square and straight. Everything is tight. Got to fix this yet in here. This won't do. That needs to be fixed. Got to take that home and sandblast it. Make it so it's ready to be for good. So, all right.